Welcome to tonight's peaceful journey into the ancient mysteries of Egypt. Allow yourself to settle comfortably as we explore the timeless secrets of the pyramids together. If you enjoy peaceful stories like this, consider subscribing to our channel and turning on notifications so you never miss a night of restful sleep. Now, take a slow, deep breath in through your nose, hold it gently for a moment, and release it slowly through your mouth. Feel your shoulders dropping, your muscles relaxing, as we prepare to drift back through thousands of years. Tonight, we'll uncover 20 fascinating mysteries of the Egyptian pyramids, those magnificent monuments that have stood sentinel in the desert for millennia. Each mystery will carry you deeper into tranquility, deeper into the soothing embrace of ancient wisdom. Picture the golden sand stretching endlessly under a star-filled sky, the Great Pyramid of Giza rising majestically before you, its limestone blocks glowing softly in the moonlight. These ancient wonders hold secrets that have puzzled scholars for centuries, secrets of construction, of purpose, of the remarkable civilization that created them. Feel the warm desert breeze, carrying whispers of pharaohs and master builders, of astronomical alignments and hidden chambers. Let these gentle mysteries wash over you like sand through an hourglass, each grain carrying you closer to peaceful rest. The pyramids have watched over the Nile Valley for over 4,000 years, keeping their secrets safe, just as they will keep you safe tonight, as you journey into the realm of dreams. Breathe deeply, and let the journey to ancient Egypt begin. Chapter 1. The Great Pyramid of Giza. Wonder of the ancient world. In this moment, we travel to the golden sands of Giza, where the most magnificent structure ever built by human hands rises from the desert floor. Let your breathing slow and deepen as we approach this eternal wonder together. The Great Pyramid stands before us, towering 481 feet into the star-scattered Egyptian sky. For over 4 millennia, this colossal monument has guarded its secrets, built with such precision that even today's technology struggles to match its perfection. Feel the ancient stones calling to you, each block weighing as much as 15 tons, yet fitted together with gaps thinner than a human hair. Breathe in the warm desert air, scented with sand and mystery. The pyramid's base covers 13 acres, its 4 triangular faces aligned perfectly with the cardinal directions, north, south, east, west. How did the ancient builders achieve such astronomical accuracy without modern instruments? This is but the first of many mysteries that will cradle you into peaceful sleep. As moonlight bathes the limestone blocks, imagine the 2.5 million stones that form this wonder. Each one quarried, transported, and lifted into place with techniques that remain enigmatic to this day. Some stones came from nearby quarries, others traveled 500 miles down the Nile River. Picture the ancient workers, guided by master architects whose knowledge seems almost supernatural. The pyramid's internal chambers whisper of deeper mysteries. The king's chamber, constructed from massive granite blocks transported from Aswan, contains a mysterious sarcophagus that resonates with a perfect musical note when struck. The queen's chamber, with its unexplored shafts that may point to specific stars. And the Grand Gallery, a soaring corridor that rises at precisely 26 degrees, its purpose still debated by scholars worldwide. Feel yourself drifting deeper into tranquility as we contemplate the pyramid's mathematical perfection. Its height multiplied by 1 billion approximates the distance from Earth to the Sun. Its perimeter divided by its height equals pi. These cannot be mere coincidences, but rather evidence of advanced knowledge possessed by the ancient Egyptians, knowledge that connects the earthly realm to the cosmic order above. The Great Pyramid was originally encased in polished white limestone, gleaming like a beacon across the desert, reflecting sunlight so brilliantly that it could be seen from the mountains of Israel. Imagine this radiant monument in its original glory, smooth-sided and perfect, crowned with a golden capstone that caught the first rays of dawn. Recent discoveries have revealed hidden chambers within the pyramid, detected by cosmic ray imaging. These voids, untouched for thousands of years, may contain treasures of knowledge rather than gold. Perhaps scrolls describing the construction techniques, or astronomical calculations, or spiritual wisdom of the pharaohs. Let the weight of history settle gently around you. This pyramid has witnessed the rise and fall of empires, the birth of civilizations, the passage of countless generations. Yet it remains, eternal and unchanging, a testament to human achievement and divine inspiration. Its stones have absorbed the prayers of pilgrims, the wonder of travelers, the dedication of builders who knew they were creating something immortal. As you rest in the shadow of this ancient wonder, feel connected to the timeless cycle of earth and sky. The pyramid serves as a bridge between the mortal world and the eternal realm, just as sleep bridges the conscious day and the mysterious night. Let its ancient wisdom flow through you, calming your mind, relaxing your body, preparing your spirit for peaceful dreams. Rest now in this timeless wisdom. Chapter 2. The Sphinx. Guardian of secrets, imagine yourself standing before these ancient monuments, as the first light of dawn illuminates the most enigmatic guardian ever carved from living rock. The Great Sphinx of Giza emerges from the golden sands, its weathered face gazing eternally toward the rising sun. Let your breath flow naturally, as we explore this timeless sentinel that has watched over the desert for thousands of years. This colossal figure stretches 240 feet in length, carved from a single outcrop of limestone. Its human head rises 66 feet above the desert floor, crowned with the royal headdress of a pharaoh, while its lion's body speaks of divine power and eternal vigilance. Feel the weight of ages in its patient gaze, as countless generations have stood where you stand now, wondering at its purpose and meaning. The Sphinx's face, once believed to represent Pharaoh Khafra, bears the serene expression of one who holds profound secrets. Its nose, missing for centuries, was not destroyed by Napoleon's cannons as legend suggests, but weathered away through millennia of desert winds and human interference. Notice how the morning light plays across its features, revealing the subtle craftsmanship of artisans whose names are lost to time. Breathe deeply the warm desert air, and contemplate the riddle that has puzzled archaeologists for generations. The Sphinx appears far older than the pyramids behind it. Water erosion patterns on its body suggest it may have been carved during a time when Egypt experienced heavy rainfall, thousands of years before the pharaohs ruled the Nile Valley. This evidence points to a civilization of extraordinary sophistication, existing in the mists of prehistory. Between the Sphinx's massive paws lies the Dream Stele, a granite tablet erected by Pharaoh Thutmose IV. The hieroglyphic inscription tells of a prince who fell asleep in the statue's shadow, and dreamed that the Sphinx promised him the throne of Egypt if he would clear away the encroaching sand. This ancient tale reminds us that even in pharaonic times, the Sphinx was already considered incredibly old, a relic from a forgotten age. Recent explorations have revealed hidden chambers beneath the Sphinx, detected through ground-penetrating radar and seismic surveys. These underground voids may contain halls of records, libraries of ancient wisdom, or sacred chambers used for initiation rites. The Egyptian authorities guard these secrets carefully, allowing only limited investigation of what lies beneath this stone guardian. Feel yourself sinking deeper into peaceful contemplation, as you imagine the Sphinx in its original glory. Its body once painted in vibrant colors, red for the skin, yellow and blue for the royal headdress. A temple complex surrounded its base, where priests performed daily rituals to honor this divine protector. Pilgrims traveled from across the ancient world to seek wisdom from the creature that was said to pose riddles to those who approached. The alignment of the Sphinx holds astronomical significance. Its gaze points directly toward the constellation Leo during the spring equinox of approximately 10,500 BCE. This celestial connection suggests the monument was designed as a cosmic timekeeper, marking vast cycles of precession that ancient astronomers understood with remarkable precision. Such knowledge speaks of a sophisticated understanding of Earth's relationship to the stars. As night falls over Giza, the Sphinx takes on an even more mystical presence. Moonlight transforms its weathered features, casting shadows that seem to bring the stone face to life. Desert winds whisper through the gaps in its body, creating sounds that ancient peoples interpreted as the voice of the gods. Local Bedouins still speak of lights that dance around the monument during certain phases of the moon. Let the profound silence of the desert embrace you. The Sphinx has witnessed the rise of Egyptian civilization, the construction of the pyramids, the conquests of Alexander, the rule of the Ptolemies, the coming of Christianity and Islam. Through all these changes, it remains constant, patient, eternal. Its secrets safely guarded within stone that has grown harder with age. Rest in the knowledge that some enigmas are meant to endure. The Sphinx teaches us that wisdom comes not from having all the answers, but from learning to live peacefully with questions that span millennia. Its silent vigil reminds us that true understanding unfolds slowly, like the gentle transition from wakefulness to sleep. Let the pyramid mysteries settle over you. Chapter 3. Khufu's Chamber. The king's resting place. Travel across the millennia with me, as we venture deep into the heart of the Great Pyramid, through narrow passages that have echoed with whispers of eternity for over 4,000 years. Let your breathing slow and deepen, as we approach the most sacred chamber ever constructed, the final resting place of Pharaoh Khufu. The journey to the king's chamber begins in darkness, through the descending passage that slopes downward at precisely 26 degrees. Feel yourself moving through this ancient corridor, its walls smooth limestone, worn by countless footsteps of priests and pilgrims. The passage rises through the Grand Gallery, a soaring hallway 28 feet high, its corbelled ceiling a masterpiece of engineering that has supported millions of tons of stone for millennia. Breathe in the cool, still air as we enter the king's chamber. This rectangular room, built entirely from massive blocks of red granite, measures 34 feet long, 17 feet wide, and 19 feet high. Each granite block was transported 500 miles from the quarries of Aswan, then lifted and fitted with mathematical precision that defies explanation. The chamber's proportions follow sacred geometric ratios, creating harmonious resonance that ancient builders understood as divine music. At the chamber's western end sits the enigmatic granite sarcophagus, carved from a single block of stone with walls 5 inches thick. Its dimensions are so precise that it resonates with a perfect F-sharp when struck, creating a tone that fills the chamber with haunting melody. This was never merely a tomb, but a resurrection machine, designed to transform the pharaoh's mortal form into divine light. Notice the chamber's mysterious air shafts, narrow passages that extend through the pyramid's mass toward specific stars. The southern shaft points to Orion, which the Egyptians called Osiris, god of death and rebirth. The northern shaft aligns with the circumpolar stars, the imperishable ones, that never set below the horizon. These stellar connections transformed the chamber into a cosmic vehicle, launching the king's soul toward eternal life among the stars. Feel the profound silence that permeates this sacred space. When Napoleon spent a night alone in this chamber, he emerged pale and shaken, refusing ever to speak of what he experienced. Many visitors report strange sensations, feelings of weightlessness, visions of ancient ceremonies, or encounters with presences that seem to inhabit the granite walls. The chamber exists outside ordinary time, where past and present merge into eternal now. Recent acoustic studies reveal the chamber's remarkable properties. Its granite walls create a resonance frequency that matches the human heartbeat during deep meditation. Sound waves bounce and amplify in patterns that induce altered states of consciousness. The ancient Egyptians may have used specific chants or musical instruments to activate these frequencies, transforming the space into a portal between worlds. The sarcophagus itself holds deeper mysteries. It was carved slightly larger than the chamber's entrance, meaning it was placed during construction, not after. Its interior dimensions match the sacred measurements found throughout Egyptian temples, suggesting it served as a template for divine proportions. Chemical analysis reveals traces of exotic materials, substances not native to Egypt, hinting at advanced metallurgy or alchemical processes. Above the king's chamber, 5 relieving chambers distribute the pyramid's enormous weight. These hidden spaces contain the only hieroglyphic inscriptions found within the Great Pyramid, including cartouches of Pharaoh Khufu, painted in red ochre by the original builders. These ancient marks connect us directly to the hands that created this wonder, workers who signed their masterpiece for eternity. Let yourself sink deeper into tranquility as you contemplate the chamber's true purpose. This was not merely a tomb but a transformation chamber, where the pharaoh's consciousness merged with cosmic forces. The granite walls, charged with quartz crystals, created an electromagnetic field that facilitated spiritual ascension. Modern dowsers detect powerful energy lines converging beneath the sarcophagus, suggesting the entire pyramid was built upon a natural power point. As you rest in this timeless sanctuary, feel the weight of stone above protecting you, just as it protected the pharaoh's journey to the afterlife. The chamber's perfect acoustics, sacred geometry, and stellar alignments work together to create a space where earthly concerns dissolve, where the soul finds peace in eternal rhythms, where consciousness expands beyond the boundaries of mortal existence. Feel these ancient wonders becoming part of you. Chapter 4. The Alignment Mystery, Stars and Sacred Geometry. Let yourself drift to the land of the pharaohs, where ancient architects gazed upward at the star-filled desert sky, and discovered cosmic patterns that would guide their greatest creations. Breathe slowly and deeply, as we explore one of archaeology's most stunning revelations, the perfect alignment between the pyramids of Giza and the constellation of Orion's belt. Picture the 3 magnificent pyramids rising from the golden sand, Khufu, Khafra, and Menkaure, standing in formation across the Giza Plateau. Now lift your eyes to the celestial dome above, where 3 brilliant stars shine in the constellation the Egyptians called Suhu, the soul of Osiris. What you witness is no coincidence, but a deliberate mirror of heaven placed upon earth. The Great Pyramid corresponds to Alnitak, the brightest star in Orion's belt. Khafra's pyramid aligns with Alnilam, the central star, while the smaller pyramid of Menkaure matches Mintaka, the 3rd jewel in this cosmic crown. Even more remarkable, the slight offset of Menkaure's pyramid from the diagonal line perfectly replicates Mintaka's position relative to its stellar companions. Feel the wonder of this discovery washing over you like warm desert wind. In 1994, researcher Robert Bouval revealed this stellar correlation, demonstrating that the pyramid builders possessed astronomical knowledge of extraordinary sophistication. They understood not only the positions of stars, but their movements across vast cycles of time, creating monuments that would maintain their celestial connection for millennia. The alignment becomes even more profound when we consider precession, the slow wobble of Earth's axis that causes star positions to shift over thousands of years. The pyramids match Orion's belt as it appeared around 10,500 BCE, suggesting either incredible foresight by the builders, or construction during a much earlier epoch than traditionally believed. This temporal puzzle adds layers of enigma to an already mysterious achievement. Breathe in the cool night air, and imagine the ancient priests conducting ceremonies beneath these aligned monuments. The pyramid texts, humanity's oldest religious writings, describe the pharaoh's soul ascending to join Osiris among the stars of Orion. The pyramids served as launching points for this cosmic journey, their stellar alignment creating a pathway between earthly death and celestial rebirth. The Nile River adds another dimension to this celestial map, flowing beside the pyramids like the Milky Way flows beside Orion in the night sky. Ancient Egyptians called the Milky Way the winding waterway, recognizing it as the celestial counterpart to their life-giving river. This cosmic geography transformed the entire Giza complex into a 3-dimensional star chart, where pharaohs could navigate the afterlife using familiar landmarks. Sacred geometry permeates every aspect of this stellar design, The angles between the pyramids mirror the angular relationships between Orion's stars. The distances follow proportional ratios found throughout nature, in flower petals, seashells, and the human body. These mathematical harmonies suggest the builders understood universal principles that connect earthly structures to cosmic order. Recent computer simulations reveal additional alignments. During the Pyramid Age, Orion's belt rose in the east at the same time the Nile began its annual flood. This synchronicity linked the constellation to Egypt's agricultural cycle, making Orion both a celestial timekeeper and a symbol of renewal. The pyramids thus encoded not only stellar positions but seasonal rhythms essential to Egyptian civilization. Let yourself sink deeper into peaceful contemplation, as you consider the profound implications of this discovery. The pyramid builders saw no separation between heaven and earth, between architecture and astronomy, between human achievement and divine inspiration. Their monuments demonstrate that ancient wisdom encompassed sciences we are only beginning to rediscover. The precision required for this stellar alignment staggers modern engineers. Without telescopes or computers, ancient architects calculated star positions, predicted precession cycles, and executed construction with tolerances measured in fractions of degrees. Such accuracy suggests knowledge systems far more sophisticated than conventional history acknowledges, wisdom traditions that viewed the cosmos as a unified whole. Feel the eternal rhythm of stars wheeling overhead, just as they did when the pyramid builders first gazed upward and saw the blueprint for their immortal creations. The same constellations that guided ancient souls toward rebirth now watch over your journey into peaceful sleep, connecting you to the timeless dance of earth and sky that has inspired wonder for countless generations. As Orion rises in the eastern sky, carrying the souls of pharaohs toward eternal life, let its ancient light guide you toward the restorative realm of dreams, where earthly concerns dissolve into cosmic harmony, and consciousness expands to embrace the infinite patterns that connect all existence. Allow the desert silence to accompany you in dreams. Chapter 5. How were they built? Ancient engineering marvels journey with me now to the Desert of Mysteries, where the greatest construction project in human history unfolded over decades of patient labor. Let your breathing settle into a peaceful rhythm, as we witness the incredible techniques that transformed millions of limestone blocks into monuments that touch the sky. Picture the Giza Plateau 4,500 years ago, bustling with thousands of workers, skilled craftsmen, engineers, and architects united in creating something eternal. The sound of copper chisels rings against stone, wooden rollers creak under massive weights, and human voices coordinate the movement of blocks that weigh as much as modern automobiles. Yet this scene unfolds with surprising organization and ingenuity. Recent archaeological discoveries have revolutionized our understanding of pyramid construction. Teams of 20 men could move a 2-ton block using copper-shod levers, wooden rockers, and precisely angled ramps. The workers were not slaves, as Hollywood suggests, but well-fed specialists who received meat, bread, and beer rations. Their villages, discovered near the pyramids, reveal a sophisticated support system with bakeries, breweries, and medical facilities. Feel the warm desert wind carrying the scent of limestone dust, as massive blocks are quarried from nearby outcrops using copper tools and wooden wedges. Workers split stone by driving dry wooden wedges into natural cracks, then soaking them with water. The expanding wood creates enough pressure to fracture even the hardest limestone, leaving surfaces smooth enough for the pyramid's precise joints. The transportation of these colossal stones required ingenious solutions. Sledges pulled by teams of men moved blocks across sand lubricated with water. Recent experiments prove that the right amount of moisture reduces friction by half, making it possible for relatively small crews to move enormous weights. Ramps, both straight and spiral, allowed workers to raise stones to incredible heights using only human power and simple machines. The precision of pyramid construction staggers modern engineers. Blocks fit together with gaps thinner than a knife blade, The base is level to within just 2 centimeters across its entire 13-acre expanse. Such accuracy required sophisticated surveying techniques using plumb bobs, A-frames, and astronomical observations. Master builders possessed mathematical knowledge that wouldn't be rediscovered in Europe for thousands of years. Breathe deeply and imagine the coordination required. Each pyramid contains over 2 million stone blocks, meaning workers had to quarry, transport, and place one block every 2 minutes during daylight hours for 20 years. This demanded logistics rivaling modern construction projects, with supply chains stretching hundreds of miles and workforce management systems of remarkable complexity. The internal chambers presented even greater challenges. The king's chamber required granite blocks weighing up to 80 tons, transported from quarries 500 miles away. These massive stones were somehow maneuvered through narrow passages and lifted to the pyramid's heart. Recent theories suggest the use of counterweight systems and internal ramps that remain hidden within the structure's mass. Tool marks preserved in stone reveal the techniques of ancient craftsmen. Copper saws cut through limestone using sand as an abrasive. Tube drills, rotated by teams of workers, carved perfect circular holes. The precision of these cuts suggests tools and techniques more sophisticated than simple copper implements, leading some researchers to propose lost technologies or advanced metallurgy. And as you rest, contemplating these ancient engineering marvels, if these pyramid mysteries bring you peace, leave a comment below telling us where you're listening from. Perhaps from Cairo, New York, London, or somewhere else entirely. We love knowing we're connected through these timeless wonders. The true marvel lies not just in the physical achievement, but in the vision that inspired it. Imagine the faith required to begin a project that would outlast empires, the dedication of workers who knew they were creating something immortal, the wisdom of architects who encoded cosmic principles into stone. These monuments represent humanity at its most ambitious and inspired. Breathe slowly, and let it fade away. Chapter 6. The Pyramid Texts. Hieroglyphs of Eternity. Close your eyes and journey with me to ancient Egypt, where the oldest religious writings known to humanity adorn the walls of a pyramid built for Pharaoh Unas. Let your breath flow naturally, as we enter chambers covered with sacred hieroglyphs that have whispered secrets of the afterlife for over 4,000 years. The Pyramid of Unas stands at Saqqara, smaller than the giants of Giza, yet containing treasures more precious than gold. Within its burial chamber, walls shimmer with columns of hieroglyphic text painted in brilliant blue-green. These are the Pyramid Texts, humanity's first recorded guide to the journey beyond death, carved in stone to ensure their eternal preservation. Feel yourself walking through corridors illuminated by flickering torchlight. The hieroglyphs seem to dance in the golden glow, each symbol a gateway to understanding how ancient Egyptians viewed the cosmos, death, and rebirth. These texts describe the pharaoh's transformation from mortal king to divine star, his soul ascending through celestial realms to join the imperishable gods. The language flows like poetry, filled with metaphors of flight and transformation. The king appears as a star. Crossing the iron firmament, he ferries across the sky like Ra. He travels the waterways like Khnum. Each phrase carries multiple layers of meaning, literal descriptions intertwined with symbolic truths that guided the deceased through otherworldly landscapes. Breathe in the sacred atmosphere as you contemplate these timeless words. The texts reveal sophisticated theological concepts, describing multiple aspects of the soul, the Ka, the Ba, the Akh, each requiring different rituals and protections during the afterlife journey. This psychological understanding rivals modern theories about consciousness and identity, encoded in symbols that speak directly to the subconscious mind. Many passages describe stellar destinations, where the pharaoh's soul joins circumpolar stars that never set below the horizon. The king is a star that illuminates the sky. He is not dead. This king is not dead. He lives forever among the imperishable stars. These celestial references connect the texts to pyramid alignments, creating a unified system of death, rebirth, and cosmic navigation. The hieroglyphs themselves possess magical properties. Each symbol was believed to contain the essence of what it represented. Writing the word, bread, could provide spiritual nourishment. Depicting a boat could transport the soul across celestial waters. The very act of carving these texts into stone activated their power, transforming pyramid chambers into vehicles for resurrection. Recent translations reveal the text's remarkable antiquity. Many passages reference customs and beliefs from Egypt's earliest dynasties, suggesting these writings preserve oral traditions stretching back to the dawn of civilization. They mention forgotten gods, obsolete rituals, and geographical features that existed only in pre-dynastic times, making them windows into humanity's spiritual infancy. Feel the profound silence that surrounds these sacred words. The pyramid texts influenced all subsequent Egyptian religious literature, evolving into the coffin texts of the Middle Kingdom, then the famous Book of the Dead. Their spells and incantations were copied, adapted, and transmitted across millennia, ensuring that ancient wisdom about death and transformation would never be lost. The texts describe otherworldly landscapes with startling detail. Fields of rushes where the blessed dead harvest celestial grain. Lakes of fire that purify souls. Mountains where the sun god rests during his nightly journey. These vivid descriptions suggest either profound spiritual visions, or memories of actual experiences in altered states of consciousness. Some passages read like scientific observations, describing the precession of stars, the flooding of the Nile, the cycles of Venus. This astronomical knowledge was seamlessly integrated with religious beliefs, creating a worldview where physics and metaphysics were one, where understanding celestial mechanics was essential for spiritual advancement. Let yourself drift deeper into tranquility, as you imagine these hieroglyphs glowing softly in the darkness. Each symbol a bridge between the visible and invisible worlds, between human understanding and divine mystery. The ancient scribes who carved these texts knew they were preserving something precious, wisdom that would guide souls through the greatest transition of all. The pyramid texts remind us that death was not feared by ancient Egyptians, but welcomed as graduation to a higher existence. The pharaoh's journey through the afterlife parallels our nightly journey through sleep, both transitions requiring trust, surrender, and faith in processes beyond conscious control. These timeless words offer comfort to anyone facing life's uncertainties. As you rest in the presence of these eternal hieroglyphs, feel their ancient power working within you. The same symbols that guided pharaohs toward rebirth now guide you toward peaceful sleep, where consciousness transforms, where dreams carry messages deeper realms, where the soul finds renewal in the rhythm of eternal cycles. Carry these ancient secrets gently in your heart. Chapter 7. The Bent Pyramid, Architectural Evolution. In this moment, we travel to the golden sands of Dashur, where an extraordinary monument rises from the desert, its unique silhouette telling the story of humanity's greatest architectural learning curve. Let your breathing slow and deepen, as we explore the Bent Pyramid, a testament to ancient ingenuity and adaptation. This remarkable structure stands as the most unusual pyramid ever built, rising from the desert floor at a steep 54 degrees, then suddenly changing angle to 43 degrees halfway up, creating the distinctive, bent, profile that gives it its name. Feel the warm desert breeze as you contemplate this frozen moment of ancient problem-solving. The Bent Pyramid represents Pharaoh Sneferu's ambitious experiment, the first attempt to build a true smooth-sided pyramid. Unlike the earlier step pyramids, this monument aimed for geometric perfection. Yet during construction, structural issues forced the builders to reduce the angle, preventing collapse and creating an accidental masterpiece that reveals the evolution of pyramid building. Breathe in the timeless desert air, and imagine the moment when ancient architects realized their original design was too ambitious. Rather than abandon the project, they adapted, demonstrating the flexibility and wisdom that characterizes great engineering. The pyramid's dual angles create a unique harmony, a visual rhythm that pleases the eye in unexpected ways. What makes this pyramid truly special is its preservation. The bent pyramid retains much of its original smooth limestone casing, allowing us to see how all pyramids once appeared, gleaming white in the desert sun, its polished surface reflecting light like a beacon across the landscape. This pristine condition offers a window into the aesthetic vision of ancient builders. The interior chambers reveal sophisticated engineering solutions. Two separate entrance passages lead to different burial chambers, one accessed from the north face, another from the west. This dual-chamber system may have been designed for the pharaoh's multiple souls, or as backup chambers ensuring eternal security. The corbelled ceilings demonstrate advanced understanding of weight distribution. Recent explorations using cosmic ray imaging have revealed additional mysteries within the structure. Hidden voids suggest undiscovered chambers, possibly containing artifacts or texts that could revolutionize our understanding of pyramid construction. The Egyptian authorities carefully guard access, allowing only limited investigation of these internal secrets. Feel yourself sinking into peaceful contemplation as you consider the pyramid's symbolic meaning. Its bent profile resembles the primordial mound that emerged from the waters of creation in Egyptian mythology. The structure embodies transformation, change, and the wisdom to adapt when circumstances require new approaches. These lessons remain relevant across millennia. The bent pyramid's location at Dahshur places it within a vast necropolis, surrounded by other pyramids and mastaba tombs. This ancient cemetery served Egypt's elite for centuries, creating a city of the dead where architectural styles evolved and refined. The desert silence here feels particularly profound, as if the accumulated wisdom of ages permeates the very sand. Archaeological evidence suggests the bent pyramid was completed and used for its intended purpose, despite its unusual appearance. Pharaoh Sneferu's burial equipment may have been divided between this monument and his second pyramid, the nearby Red Pyramid, which successfully achieved the smooth-sided perfection that eluded the bent pyramid's builders. The pyramid's unique angles create fascinating acoustic properties. Sound waves bounce between the different surfaces in complex patterns, creating echoes and resonances that may have held ritual significance. Ancient ceremonies conducted here would have been enhanced by these natural sound effects, adding mystical dimensions to religious observances. Let the profound silence of Dahshur embrace you. This pyramid teaches us that imperfection can create unexpected beauty, that adaptation and flexibility often lead to innovation, that the journey toward mastery involves learning from challenges rather than avoiding them. The bent pyramid's distinctive profile has inspired architects and artists for generations. As moonlight bathes the pyramid's dual angles, casting complex shadows across the desert, feel connected to the ancient builders who faced uncertainty with courage and creativity. Their willingness to adapt, to learn, to continue building despite setbacks, created a monument more interesting than conventional perfection could ever be. The bent pyramid stands as proof that human achievement often emerges from embracing limitations rather than ignoring them. Its builders transformed a potential failure into lasting success, creating beauty from compromise, wisdom from challenge. This ancient lesson whispers across the centuries, reminding us that growth comes through adaptation. Rest now in this timeless wisdom. Chapter 8. Underground passages, hidden chambers and tunnels. Imagine yourself standing before these ancient monuments. As twilight descends over the Giza Plateau, and shadows reveal secrets hidden beneath desert sand, let your breathing become slow and rhythmic, as we descend into the mysterious subterranean world that lies beneath the pyramids, a labyrinth of passages carved from living rock. Deep below the Great Pyramid, a network of tunnels extends into darkness. The descending passage plunges downward through solid limestone, leading to the subterranean chamber, an unfinished room carved directly from bedrock. This rough-hewn cavern, with its irregular walls and mysterious pit, may represent the primordial underworld of Egyptian mythology, the realm where creation began. Feel the cool, still air of these underground spaces, where time seems suspended. Recent ground-penetrating radar has revealed additional voids, chambers that remain unexplored after 4 millennia. These hidden spaces may contain the true treasures of the pyramid builders, not gold or jewels, but knowledge, scrolls, or artifacts that could rewrite history. The tunnel system extends far beyond what early explorers imagined. Passages branch and interconnect, creating a three-dimensional maze beneath the monument. Some corridors end abruptly in solid stone, as if ancient workers abandoned their excavations for reasons lost to time. Others continue into darkness, their destinations unknown to modern archaeology. Breathe deeply and imagine the ancient workers who carved these passages, laboring by flickering oil lamp light, their copper tools striking rhythmically against stone. Each tunnel required precise surveying to maintain proper angles and directions. The mathematical precision of these underground works rivals that of the pyramid's visible structure, demonstrating sophisticated engineering knowledge. The subterranean chamber holds particular fascination. Its floor contains a mysterious shaft, descending even deeper into the bedrock. Early explorers found this pit filled with debris, but recent investigations suggest it may connect to natural cave systems, or lead to chambers that remain sealed. The chamber's unfinished state raises questions about the builder's original intentions. Recent discoveries have revealed similar underground networks beneath other pyramids. The Pyramid of Khufu's son, Khafra, contains passages that may connect to the Sphinx, creating an integrated underground complex. These subterranean links suggest the entire Giza Plateau was conceived as a unified sacred landscape, with hidden connections binding the monuments together. Feel yourself drifting deeper into tranquility as you contemplate these hidden realms. The underground passages served multiple purposes, providing access for construction, creating symbolic journeys through the underworld, and possibly housing initiation ceremonies for priests and pharaohs. The darkness and silence of these spaces would have heightened spiritual experiences. Advanced imaging technology continues to reveal new secrets. Cosmic ray muography, similar to medical X-rays, has detected large voids within the Great Pyramid's structure. These chambers, untouched since construction, may contain pristine artifacts, architectural models, or texts explaining pyramid construction techniques. Each discovery raises new questions about ancient capabilities. The tunnel walls bear traces of ancient activity, tool marks, smoke stains from torches, and occasional graffiti left by workers. These humble signs connect us directly to the hands that shaped these passages, craftsmen whose names are forgotten but whose work endures. Their dedication transformed solid rock into pathways between worlds. Some passages align with astronomical phenomena, pointing toward specific stars or marking seasonal events. The underground chambers may have served as observation points, where priest astronomers tracked celestial movements from the protection of stone. This integration of architecture and astronomy demonstrates the holistic thinking of pyramid builders. Let the profound silence of these underground spaces embrace you. Here, beneath millions of tons of stone, ancient secrets wait patiently in darkness. The passages represent humanity's eternal desire to explore, to dig deeper, to uncover hidden truths. They remind us that the greatest discoveries often lie beneath the surface, waiting for those brave enough to venture into the unknown. The underground network transforms each pyramid from a simple tomb into a complex machine, designed to facilitate the pharaoh's journey through death and rebirth. These passages guided the royal soul through symbolic underworld trials, emerging transformed into divine light. The physical architecture mirrors the spiritual geography described in ancient texts. As you rest in the imagined coolness of these timeless tunnels, feel connected to the eternal human quest for understanding? The pyramid builders knew that true wisdom often requires descent before ascension, darkness before illumination. The underground passages teach us that the deepest truths are discovered not by looking up, but by having the courage to explore the depths within. Let the pyramid mysteries settle over you. Chapter 9. The Workers' Village. Lives of the builders travel across the millennia with me, to a bustling community that once thrived in the shadow of the Great Pyramid. Let your breathing settle into a peaceful rhythm, as we discover the remarkable lives of the people who transformed stone into immortal monuments, their village a testament to human cooperation and dedication. Recent archaeological excavations have revealed an entire city, hidden beneath desert sand for over 4,000 years. This workers' village housed the craftsmen, engineers, and laborers who built the pyramids. Not slaves as Hollywood depicts, but skilled professionals who lived in organized communities with bakeries, breweries, and medical facilities. Picture narrow streets lined with mud brick houses, each dwelling designed for extended families of workers. Courtyards echo with the sounds of daily life, children playing, women grinding grain, men discussing the day's construction challenges. The scent of baking bread mingles with smoke from cooking fires, creating the atmosphere of a thriving ancient neighborhood. Feel the warm desert breeze carrying stories of these remarkable people. Archaeological evidence reveals they were well fed and cared for. Cattle bones, fish remains, and bread ovens indicate a diet rich in protein and carbohydrates, necessary fuel for the enormous physical demands of pyramid construction. Medical papyri describe treatments for work-related injuries, showing concern for worker welfare. The village cemetery provides intimate glimpses into these ancient lives. Skeletal remains show evidence of hard physical labor, enlarged muscle attachments, compressed vertebrae, and healed fractures. Yet these people lived longer than average for their time, suggesting their important work earned them better living conditions and medical care. Breathe deeply and imagine the pride these workers felt, knowing they were creating something eternal. Graffiti found throughout the pyramids includes work crew names like Friends of Khufu and Drunkards of Menkora. These playful inscriptions reveal the camaraderie and humor that sustained workers through decades of challenging labor. The village organization reflects sophisticated planning. Separate quarters housed different specialists, stone masons, carpenters, metalworkers, and overseers. A complex hierarchy managed workflow, with foremen coordinating teams and scribes recording progress. This administrative system rivaled modern construction project management. Recent discoveries include workers' personal belongings, simple jewelry, gaming pieces, and household items that humanize these ancient builders. Clay figurines suggest religious beliefs, while cooking pots and storage jars reveal daily routines unchanged across millennia. These artifacts connect us directly to individual lives lived in service of immortal dreams. The village supported a population of several thousand during peak construction periods. Massive bakeries produced hundreds of loaves daily. Breweries created the beer that was safer to drink than water. Fish ponds and cattle pens provided protein. This infrastructure demonstrates the enormous logistical effort required to sustain pyramid construction. Feel yourself drifting into tranquil contemplation as you consider the dedication of these ancient communities. Families lived their entire lives in service to projects that would outlast civilizations. Children grew up watching the pyramids rise stone by stone, inheriting skills and traditions passed down through generations of master builders. The Workers' Village reveals pyramid construction as a unifying national project, bringing together people from across Egypt. Pottery styles from different regions, tools made from various materials, and burial customs from multiple traditions show how pyramid building created cultural exchange and shared purpose. Evidence suggests seasonal work patterns, with peak activity during Nile flood seasons when agricultural workers were available. The village population swelled and contracted with these cycles, creating a rhythm of intense construction followed by quieter maintenance periods. This flexibility allowed Egypt to build monuments without disrupting agricultural production. Let the profound legacy of these workers embrace you. They transformed individual lives into collective achievement, personal labor into eternal monuments. Their village demonstrates that humanity's greatest accomplishments emerge from cooperation, shared vision, and willingness to contribute to something greater than individual existence. As you rest in the imagined warmth of this ancient community, feel connected to the timeless human desire to build, to create, to leave something meaningful for future generations. The Workers' Village reminds us that behind every great achievement stand ordinary people doing extraordinary things through dedication and teamwork. Feel these ancient wonders becoming part of you. Chapter 10. The Pyramid of Djoser. First step pyramid. Let yourself drift to the land of the pharaohs, where humanity's first monumental stone building rises from the ancient necropolis of Saqqara. Breathe slowly and deeply as we witness the birth of pyramid architecture, where one brilliant mind transformed funeral customs forever, creating the prototype for all monuments that would follow. The step pyramid of Pharaoh Djoser stands as architecture's greatest revolution, rising in 6 magnificent tiers, each level smaller than the one below, creating a stairway to heaven carved from gleaming white limestone. This extraordinary structure, built over 4,600 years ago, represents the moment when human ambition first reached toward the sky. Picture the genius behind this innovation. Imhotep, the world's first known architect, physician, and engineer. His name means, "he who comes in peace," and his revolutionary sign transformed the traditional mastaba tomb into something unprecedented. By stacking 6 mastabas of decreasing size, he created a monument that touched the clouds, a ladder for the pharaoh's soul to ascend to the gods. Feel the warm desert wind carrying whispers of this ancient breakthrough. Before Djoser's monument, Egyptian tombs were low rectangular structures called mastabas, functional but earthbound. Imhotep's vision elevated burial architecture literally and spiritually, creating the first building to use stone construction throughout, abandoning mud brick for eternal limestone that would endure millennia. The pyramid complex reveals sophisticated planning. Surrounded by a massive limestone wall with elaborate false doors and decorative panels, the entire enclosure covers 37 acres. Within this sacred precinct, courtyards and chapels provided spaces for eternal rituals, ensuring the pharaoh's continued existence in the afterlife. Every element served both practical and spiritual purposes. Breathe in the timeless atmosphere of Saqqara, where this revolutionary monument inspired all future pyramid builders. The step pyramid's success proved that massive stone construction was possible, that human engineering could create structures rivaling mountains. This confidence led directly to the smooth-sided pyramids of Giza, making Djoser's monument the ancestor of all later achievements. The construction techniques pioneered here established principles used for centuries. Small limestone blocks, easier to handle than the massive stones of later pyramids, were precisely cut and fitted. The stepped design distributed weight naturally, preventing structural problems that would challenge later builders. Imhotep's conservative approach ensured his experiment would succeed. Recent restoration work has revealed the monument's original splendor. The limestone blocks, carefully cleaned and stabilized, now gleam as they did when first completed. Visitors can explore the underground chambers, a labyrinth of passages and rooms decorated with blue-green tiles, the world's first architectural use of glazed ceramics. These subterranean spaces housed the pharaoh's burial goods and provided eternal dwelling places. The pyramid's symbolic meaning resonates across cultures. Its stepped form appears in Mesopotamian ziggurats, Mesoamerican temples, and Asian pagodas. This universal shape seems to express humanity's innate desire to build bridges between earth and heaven, to create sacred mountains where mortals can approach the divine. Djoser's pyramid established this archetypal form. Archaeological evidence reveals the monument's construction timeline. Built in stages over nearly 2 decades, the pyramid evolved as Imhotep refined his vision. What began as a traditional mastaba grew upward through multiple expansions, each addition bolder than the last. This organic development process allowed the architect to solve problems and perfect techniques. And as you rest in the contemplation of this first pyramid, if these journeys through ancient Egypt bring you calm, consider subscribing to our channel, so more secrets of the pyramids can find you when you need them most. The step pyramid stands as proof that revolutionary ideas can emerge from traditional foundations. Imhotep didn't reject existing burial customs but elevated them to unprecedented heights. His monument teaches us that innovation often comes through gradual transformation rather than complete abandonment of the past. This wisdom applies to personal growth as much as architectural achievement. Feel the profound peace that surrounds this ancient monument, where human ambition first took flight in stone, where the impossible became possible through vision and determination. The step pyramid reminds us that every great achievement begins with someone willing to imagine beyond current limitations, to build something that has never existed before. Allow the desert silence to accompany you in dreams. Chapter 11. Mathematical Precision. Pi and Golden Ratio. Journey with me now to the Desert of Mysteries, where ancient architects encoded universal mathematical constants into stone monuments. Let your breathing become slow and peaceful, as we discover how the Great Pyramid contains geometric relationships that connect earthly construction to cosmic harmony. The Great Pyramid's dimensions reveal extraordinary mathematical precision. Its height of 481 feet, when multiplied by 43,200, approximates Earth's polar radius. Its base perimeter of 3,023 feet, when divided by twice the height, yields a number remarkably close to pi. These relationships cannot be coincidental, but demonstrate sophisticated understanding of mathematical principles. Feel the wonder of this discovery washing over you like warm desert wind. The pyramid's slope angle of 51 degrees and 52 minutes creates a structure where the ratio of height to base equals the golden ratio. This divine proportion, found throughout nature in flower petals, seashells, and human anatomy, suggests the builders understood universal patterns that govern growth and beauty. Breathe deeply and contemplate the precision required. The pyramid's base is level to within just 1 centimeter across its entire 13-acre expanse. Each side measures approximately 230 meters, with variations of only 2 centimeters. Such accuracy demands surveying techniques and mathematical knowledge that wouldn't be rediscovered in Europe for millennia. The internal chambers follow the same geometric principles. The king's chamber's dimensions create perfect harmonic ratios, its length, width, and height following proportions found in musical scales. When struck, the granite sarcophagus resonates at exactly 438 Hz. A frequency that induces deep meditative states. The chamber becomes a three-dimensional musical instrument. Recent computer analysis has revealed additional mathematical relationships. The pyramid's mass center aligns precisely with geographic coordinates that bisect Earth's landmasses. Its orientation marks true cardinal directions with accuracy of 3/60ths of a degree. These alignments suggest the builders possessed geographic knowledge spanning the entire globe. The golden ratio appears throughout the structure. The ratio of the pyramid's slant height to half its base equals phi 1.618. The same proportion governs the spiral of galaxies, the arrangement of leaves on stems, and the proportions of the human face. By encoding this ratio in stone, the builders connected their monument to fundamental patterns of creation. Feel yourself drifting into tranquil wonder as you consider the implications. These mathematical relationships transform the pyramid from mere tomb into cosmic calculator, a stone computer encoding relationships between Earth, Moon, and Sun. The precision suggests either advanced ancient knowledge or guidance from sources beyond conventional understanding. The pyramid's internal angle of 26.5 degrees appears throughout the structure, in passages, chambers, and air shafts. This angle equals the latitude of the pyramid's location, creating resonance between the monument and its geographic position. Such integration of location and architecture demonstrates holistic thinking that viewed buildings as living entities. Pi appears in multiple pyramid relationships. The ratio of perimeter to height, the angle of descending passages, and the proportions of internal chambers all reference this fundamental constant. Ancient Egyptians may have discovered pi through practical geometry, using ropes and measuring wheels to create circles, then encoding this knowledge in permanent stone. The mathematical precision extends to the pyramid's construction units. The royal cubit, used throughout the structure, equals exactly 1/25 millionth of Earth's polar circumference. This suggests the builders knew Earth's dimensions with remarkable accuracy, using our planet itself as the fundamental measuring standard for their immortal monument. Let the profound implications settle gently around you. The pyramid demonstrates that ancient wisdom encompassed sciences we consider modern discoveries. Mathematics, astronomy, geography, and physics were integrated into a unified understanding of cosmic principles. The monument serves as a textbook written in stone, preserving knowledge for future generations. These mathematical relationships suggest the pyramid's true purpose transcended burial. It functioned as an educational tool, a repository of scientific knowledge, and a demonstration of humanity's potential when guided by universal principles. The builders created not just a tomb but a testament to the mathematical harmony underlying all existence. As you rest in contemplation of these timeless proportions, feel connected to the eternal patterns that govern growth, beauty, and cosmic order. The same ratios that shape the pyramid continue to unfold in every flower, every shell, every spiral galaxy, linking ancient wisdom to the ongoing creation of the universe. Breathe slowly, and let it fade away. Chapter 12. The Red Pyramid. First true pyramid. Close your eyes and journey with me to ancient Egypt, where the desert sands of Dashur hold a monument that changed architecture forever. Let your breathing settle into a gentle rhythm, as we explore the Red Pyramid, humanity's first successful attempt at creating a true smooth-sided pyramid. This magnificent structure rises from the golden sand with perfect geometric precision, its reddish limestone blocks glowing warmly in the desert sun. Built by Pharaoh Sneferu after learning from the bent pyramid's challenges, the Red Pyramid represents the moment when ancient architects finally mastered the art of pyramid construction, achieving the smooth-sided perfection that would define all future monuments. Feel the warm desert breeze carrying whispers of ancient triumph. The Red Pyramid stands 341 feet tall, its sides sloping at a conservative 43 degrees, the same angle used for the upper portion of the nearby bent pyramid. This careful approach ensured structural stability, allowing the builders to complete their vision without the compromises that marked earlier attempts. The monument's name comes from the rusty hue of its limestone blocks, quarried locally and left exposed after the original white casing stones were removed in later centuries. This reddish coloration creates a unique beauty, especially during sunrise and sunset when the entire structure seems to glow like an ember against the pale desert sky. Breathe deeply and imagine the satisfaction of the ancient builders. After generations of experimentation, from Djoser's stepped monument to the bent pyramid's angular compromise, they had finally achieved architectural perfection. The Red Pyramid proved that smooth-sided pyramids were possible, paving the way for the magnificent monuments of Giza that would follow. The internal chambers reveal sophisticated engineering solutions. 3 rooms connected by a narrow passage demonstrate the builders' growing confidence with corbelled che. Ling construction. Each chamber rises higher than the last, creating a sense of ascending toward the heavens. The burial chamber's soaring ceiling, built from massive limestone blocks, has supported the pyramid's weight for over 4 millennia. Recent explorations have uncovered remarkable preservation within the structure. The chambers remain largely intact, their walls bearing ancient tool marks and construction inscriptions. These humble signatures connect us directly to the craftsmen who achieved this breakthrough, workers whose names are forgotten but whose accomplishment changed the world. The Red Pyramid's location at Dashur places it within sight of the bent pyramid, creating a visual dialogue between architectural experiment and achievement. Pharaoh Sneferu could literally see both monuments from his palace, witnessing the evolution of pyramid design within a single reign. This proximity demonstrates the rapid pace of architectural innovation during Egypt's Pyramid Age. Feel yourself drifting into peaceful contemplation as you consider the monument's symbolic significance. The Red Pyramid represents humanity's persistence in pursuing perfection, the willingness to learn from setbacks and continue building toward impossible dreams. Its smooth sides reflect not just sunlight but the triumph of human determination over technical challenges. Archaeological evidence suggests the Red Pyramid was completed and used for royal burial, making it the first true pyramid to fulfill its intended purpose. Fragments of mummified remains found within may belong to Pharaoh Sneferu himself, the king who dedicated his reign to perfecting pyramid architecture. His legacy lives on in every smooth-sided monument that followed. The pyramid's construction techniques influenced all subsequent building projects. The lessons learned at Dashur were applied at Giza, where the Great Pyramid would surpass even this achievement. The Red Pyramid thus serves as the crucial link between experimental architecture and the wonders that would define ancient Egypt's Golden Age. Let the profound legacy of this monument embrace you. The Red Pyramid teaches us that mastery comes through persistence, that breakthrough moments often follow periods of struggle and learning. Its builders transformed failure into wisdom, compromise into perfection, creating beauty from the lessons of experience. The desert silence around this timeless structure carries echoes of ancient celebration, the joy of architects and workers who finally achieved their vision. The Red Pyramid stands as proof that human dreams, when pursued with dedication and intelligence, can become reality in stone, creating monuments that inspire wonder across millennia. As you rest in the imagined warmth of Dashur's golden sand, feel connected to the eternal human drive to build, to create, to leave something beautiful and lasting for future generations. The Red Pyramid reminds us that our greatest achievements often emerge from learning, adapting, and refusing to abandon our highest aspirations. Carry these ancient secrets gently in your heart. Chapter 13. Internal ramps and lifting systems. In this moment, we travel to the golden sands of Giza, where one of archaeology's greatest puzzles continues to intrigue researchers. Let your breathing slow and deepen, as we explore the ingenious methods ancient builders used to lift massive stone blocks hundreds of feet into the sky, creating monuments that seem to defy the laws of physics. Picture the Great Pyramid during construction, rising stone by stone toward the heavens. Each limestone block weighs between 2 and 15 tons, yet somehow ancient workers lifted them to heights that challenge modern cranes. Recent theories suggest the answer lies hidden within the pyramid itself, internal ramps spiraling upward through the monument's core. Feel the desert wind carrying whispers of ancient engineering genius. French architect Jean-Pierre Houdin has proposed that the pyramid contains a spiral ramp, winding up through its interior like a three-dimensional maze. This internal pathway would have allowed workers to transport blocks to any height, while keeping the ramp protected within the growing structure. Computer modeling supports this revolutionary theory. Microgravimetry surveys have detected density variations within the pyramid, suggesting hollow spaces that could be internal ramps. These voids follow a spiral pattern, rising at a gentle 7-degree incline that would allow teams of men to drag heavy blocks upward using ropes and wooden sledges. Breathe deeply and imagine the coordination required. Teams of 20 workers pulling each block up the narrow internal ramp, their voices echoing through stone corridors as they chant work songs to maintain rhythm. Oil lamps flickering in the darkness, casting dancing shadows on limestone walls as this incredible construction ballet unfolds. The internal ramp theory explains several pyramid mysteries. Why no external ramp remains have been found, despite the enormous size such structures would require. How the builders achieved such precise stone placement at great heights. And why certain blocks show wear patterns consistent with being dragged up inclined surfaces rather than lifted vertically. Recent thermal imaging has revealed temperature variations within the pyramid, suggesting air currents flowing through hidden passages. These thermal signatures match the predicted locations of internal ramps, providing additional evidence for this ingenious construction method. The pyramid may contain miles of hidden corridors, a three-dimensional highway system built into its very structure. The lifting systems required sophisticated mechanical knowledge. Ancient Egyptians used copper-shod levers, wooden rockers, and precisely calculated fulcrum points to move massive stones. Teams could lift blocks weighing several tons using coordinated lever systems, transforming human muscle power into forces capable of moving mountains. Feel yourself drifting into peaceful contemplation as you consider the pyramid's hidden architecture. The internal ramps represent a construction method so advanced that modern engineers are only beginning to understand its implications. These passages may still exist, sealed within the monument, waiting for technology advanced enough to explore them safely. Archaeological evidence supports complex lifting theories. Tool marks on pyramid blocks show consistent patterns, suggesting standardized lifting techniques used throughout construction. Rope grooves worn into stone edges indicate the use of sophisticated pulley systems, while wooden beam sockets reveal temporary support structures built into the growing pyramid. The Grand Gallery may have served as a counterweight system, its precisely angled walls and mysterious notches suggesting mechanical purposes beyond simple passage. Recent analysis indicates this soaring corridor could have housed a complex lifting mechanism, using counterweights and pulleys to raise the heaviest blocks to the king's chamber level. Let the profound ingenuity of these ancient engineers embrace you. They solved construction challenges that would stump modern builders, creating lifting systems and transportation methods that left no trace except the monuments themselves. Their knowledge was so complete that they could dismantle their construction aids, leaving only perfect pyramids rising from pristine sand. The internal ramp theory transforms our understanding of pyramid construction. Rather than requiring massive external earthworks, the builders created their transportation system as part of the monument itself. This integration of construction method and final structure demonstrates thinking so advanced it seems almost alien to modern approaches. As you rest in the imagined coolness of these hidden passages, feel connected to the timeless human ability to solve impossible problems through creativity and determination. The pyramid builders faced challenges that seemed insurmountable, yet found solutions so elegant they remain hidden within their greatest achievement. Rest now in this timeless wisdom. Chapter 14. The Pyramid Complex, Temples and Causeways. Imagine yourself standing before these ancient monuments, as the first light of dawn reveals not just pyramids, but an entire sacred landscape stretching across the Giza Plateau. Let your breathing become slow and peaceful, as we explore the magnificent temples and causeways that transformed this desert into humanity's greatest religious complex. Each pyramid stands as the centerpiece of an elaborate ceremonial network, connected by raised stone causeways, mortuary temples, and valley temples. These structures created a complete spiritual machine designed to ensure the pharaoh's eternal journey. The Great Pyramid Complex alone covers over 40 acres, with buildings and pathways that rival any cathedral or palace ever constructed. Feel the warm desert breeze carrying echoes of ancient ceremonies. The Valley Temple of Khafra, built from massive granite blocks, each weighing up to 200 tons, stands as one of the most precisely constructed buildings in history. Its walls, fitted without mortar, create joints so tight that a knife blade cannot slip between the stones. This architectural perfection served as the gateway to eternity. The causeway connecting Valley Temple to Pyramid stretches nearly half a mile, originally covered and decorated with relief carvings depicting the pharaoh's divine nature. Imagine processions of priests carrying offerings along this sacred pathway, their chants echoing off limestone walls as they performed rituals that had continued for centuries. These ceremonies transformed death into rebirth, mortality into divinity. Breathe deeply and contemplate the complex's astronomical alignments. The mortuary temples face east toward the rising sun, their doorways precisely oriented to capture the first rays of dawn on significant dates. During winter solstice, sunlight penetrates deep into temple sanctuaries, illuminating statues of the pharaoh and creating moments of divine revelation witnessed by generations of priests. Recent excavations have revealed the sophisticated infrastructure supporting these temples. Underground drainage systems, storage chambers, and priest quarters demonstrate the complex organization required for continuous religious activities. Hundreds of people lived and worked within the pyramid complexes, maintaining eternal services for deceased pharaohs whose ka-spirits required daily sustenance. The mortuary temple of the Great Pyramid, though largely destroyed, once contained a forest of granite columns supporting a roof that soared 40 feet above polished basalt floors. 5 boat pits, carved from solid rock, housed the solar barks that would carry the pharaoh's soul across celestial waters. These vessels, over 140 feet long, were actual seaworthy ships buried in perfect condition. Feel yourself drifting into tranquil wonder as you imagine these temples in their original splendor. Walls covered in gold leaf, floors inlaid with precious stones, and sanctuaries filled with statues carved from the finest materials. The air heavy with incense, the sound of ritual music, and the constant murmur of prayers offered for the pharaoh's eternal well-being. The subsidiary pyramids add layers of meaning to the complex. These smaller monuments, built for queens and royal family members, create a celestial family constellation on Earth. Their precise positioning mirrors star patterns significant to Egyptian mythology, transforming the entire Giza Plateau into a three-dimensional map of the afterlife realm. Archaeological evidence reveals the temple's role in Egypt's economy. Vast estates provided income for temple maintenance, while workshops produced goods needed for daily rituals. The pyramid complexes functioned as religious corporations, employing thousands of people and generating wealth that supported entire communities for centuries after the pharaoh's deaths. The causeway walls once displayed detailed reliefs showing the pharaoh's divine journey. Scenes of the king receiving offerings from gods, sailing through the underworld, and emerging triumphant as a star in the eastern sky. These visual narratives served as instruction manuals for the afterlife, guiding royal souls through the challenges of death and resurrection. Let the profound spirituality of these sacred spaces embrace you. The pyramid complexes represent humanity's most ambitious attempt to bridge the gap between mortal existence and eternal life. Every stone was placed with religious purpose, every chamber designed to facilitate divine transformation. These monuments demonstrate faith so powerful it could move mountains of limestone. The temple complexes continue to reveal their secrets. Ground-penetrating radar has detected additional chambers, sealed passages, and underground connections between structures. These hidden elements suggest the complexes were even more elaborate than currently visible, with secret spaces reserved for the most sacred mysteries of pharaonic religion. As you rest in the imagined shadow of these timeless temples, feel connected to the eternal human desire to create sacred spaces, places where the divine and mortal realms intersect. The pyramid complexes remind us that our greatest architectural achievements emerge when we build not just for practical needs, but for the deepest longings of the human spirit. Let the pyramid mysteries settle over you. Chapter 15. Acoustic Mysteries. Sound and resonance travel across the millennia with me, to the heart of the Great Pyramid, where ancient architects created one of history's most sophisticated acoustic chambers. Let your breathing settle into a gentle rhythm, as we explore the mysterious sound properties that transform the king's chamber into a resonating instrument of stone. The king's chamber possesses remarkable acoustic properties that modern science is only beginning to understand. Built entirely from red granite blocks, this rectangular room creates perfect resonance at specific frequencies. When you speak or clap within the chamber, your voice returns transformed, enriched with harmonics that seem to emerge from the stone itself. Feel the profound silence that fills this sacred space, broken only by the subtle hum that visitors often report hearing. The granite sarcophagus, when struck gently, produces a pure musical tone at exactly 438 Hz. a frequency that induces deep meditative states and aligns with the human heart's rhythm during profound relaxation. This cannot be accidental but represents deliberate acoustic engineering. The chamber's dimensions create standing wave patterns that amplify certain frequencies while dampening others. Its length, width, and height follow precise mathematical ratios found in musical harmony. The ancient builders understood that sound could be sculpted in stone, creating an environment where human consciousness could be altered through acoustic resonance. Breathe deeply and imagine the chamber during ancient ceremonies. Priests chanting in frequencies that caused the granite walls to vibrate sympathetically. The air itself becoming a medium for transformation as sound waves bounced between precisely angled surfaces. These acoustic effects would have enhanced ritual experiences, creating sensations of otherworldly presence. Recent acoustic studies reveal the chamber's sophisticated design. The corbelled ceiling creates a natural amplification system, while the granite's crystalline structure produces piezoelectric effects when subjected to sound pressure. This means the chamber could actually generate electrical fields in response to specific vocalizations, turning human voice into measurable energy. The air shafts extending from the chamber serve acoustic as well as ventilation purposes. These narrow passages create organ pipe effects, allowing external sounds to enter the chamber at specific frequencies while filtering out others. Desert winds flowing through these shafts would have created haunting musical tones, adding to the chamber's mystical atmosphere. Feel yourself drifting into peaceful contemplation as you consider the implications. The king's chamber functions as a three-dimensional musical instrument, designed to resonate with human consciousness. The ancient Egyptians may have discovered that certain sound frequencies could facilitate spiritual experiences, using architecture to amplify these effects. Modern researchers have documented the chamber's ability to induce altered states of consciousness. Visitors report experiences ranging from deep meditation to mystical visions. The granite walls seem to absorb and reflect not just sound but human awareness itself, creating feedback loops between consciousness and stone that defy conventional explanation. The sarcophagus placement creates optimal acoustic positioning. Located at the chamber's resonant node, it amplifies sound waves while minimizing destructive interference. A person lying within the granite box would experience maximum acoustic effects, suggesting the chamber was designed for transformative experiences rather than simple burial. Archaeological evidence supports the chamber's ritual use. Soot stains on the ceiling indicate torch or lamp use during ceremonies, while wear patterns on the floor suggest regular foot traffic over centuries. The chamber served as an active ritual space where sound, light, and human consciousness merged in carefully orchestrated experiences. Let the profound wisdom of these acoustic architects embrace you. They understood principles that modern science is rediscovering, that sound can heal, that frequency can transform consciousness, that architecture can be designed to enhance human spiritual experience. The king's chamber represents this knowledge crystallized in granite. The chamber's acoustic properties extend beyond human hearing. Infrasound frequencies, below the range of conscious perception, create physiological effects that influence brainwave patterns. The ancient builders may have discovered that these subsonic vibrations could induce specific states of awareness, using the chamber as a consciousness-altering device. As you rest in the imagined resonance of this timeless space, feel the sound waves of eternity flowing through your being. The same acoustic principles that transformed ancient consciousness continue to operate, connecting you to the eternal rhythms that govern both sound and silence, matter and spirit. The chamber's granite walls hold these frequencies like a stone memory, waiting to share their secrets with those who listen deeply. Feel these ancient wonders becoming part of you. Chapter 16. The Pyramid of Menkaure. Smallest of the three, let yourself drift to the land of the pharaohs, where the third pyramid of Giza rises gracefully from golden sand, smaller than its companions yet no less magnificent. Let your breathing become slow and peaceful, as we explore the Pyramid of Menkaure, a monument that proves greatness is not measured by size alone. Standing 213 feet tall, the Pyramid of Menkora completes the celestial triangle that mirrors Orion's belt. Though modest compared to its towering neighbors, this elegant structure possesses unique qualities that set it apart. Its lower courses are clad in red granite, creating a striking visual contrast against the limestone blocks above. This dual-colored design makes it the most visually distinctive of the three pyramids. Feel the warm desert breeze carrying whispers of ancient craftsmanship. The granite casing, quarried 500 miles away in Aswan, required extraordinary effort to transport and install. Each block weighs several tons, yet fits with precision that rivals the finest jewelry. This attention to detail suggests Menkora's pyramid was built not for economy but for perfection. The pyramid's internal chambers reveal sophisticated engineering. The burial chamber, carved from solid granite, contains a beautiful basalt sarcophagus decorated with palace facade designs. This masterpiece of stone carving, unfortunately lost at sea while being transported to England in the 19th century, represented one of the finest examples of Old Kingdom artistry. Breathe deeply and imagine the pyramid during construction. Teams of skilled craftsmen working with materials more precious than gold. The granite blocks required specialized tools and techniques. Copper saws with sand abrasives, tube drills rotated by multiple workers, and polishing stones that created mirror-like surfaces. The effort invested in each stone demonstrates the pharaoh's commitment to eternal beauty. Recent discoveries have revealed the pyramid's complex history. Originally planned as a larger structure, the design was modified during construction, reducing its final size but allowing for more elaborate decoration. This change suggests shifting priorities, perhaps from monumental scale to artistic refinement, creating a pyramid that emphasizes quality over quantity. The pyramid complex includes 3 subsidiary pyramids, built for Menkora's queens. These smaller monuments, though damaged by time, once displayed the same attention to detail as the main pyramid. Their granite and limestone construction created a harmonious architectural ensemble, demonstrating the importance of family relationships in royal afterlife beliefs. Feel yourself sinking into tranquil contemplation as you consider the pyramid's symbolic significance. Menkora's monument proves that lasting impact comes from excellence rather than size. Its builders chose to create something perfect rather than simply massive. This philosophy resonates across cultures and centuries, reminding us that true greatness lies in the quality of our efforts. The pyramid's alignment with its larger companions creates precise astronomical relationships. Its position completes the Orion correlation, while its internal passages align with significant stars. The builders understood that cosmic harmony required each element to play its proper role, regardless of individual size. The smallest pyramid thus becomes essential to the greater celestial design. Archaeological evidence reveals the pyramid's religious importance. Statues found within the complex show Menkora with various deities, indicating his special relationship with the gods. The pyramid served not just as tomb but as eternal temple, where the pharaoh's divine nature could be celebrated and maintained through ongoing rituals. The pyramid's construction techniques influenced later building projects. Its innovative use of granite casing, precise internal chambers, and integrated complex design became models for subsequent monuments. Though smaller in scale, Menkora's pyramid advanced architectural knowledge that would benefit future generations of builders. Let the profound legacy of this elegant monument embrace you. The Pyramid of Menkora teaches us that perfection can be achieved at any scale, that beauty and meaning are not dependent on size. Its builders created something timeless by focusing on excellence in every detail, from the largest granite block to the smallest decorative element. The pyramid's enduring presence reminds us that true monuments are built not from ambition alone but from love, dedication, and the desire to create something worthy of eternity. Menkora's pyramid may be the smallest of the three, but it completes a composition that has inspired wonder for over 4 millennia. As you rest in the imagined shadow of this graceful monument, feel connected to the timeless truth that greatness comes in many forms. The pyramid builders understood that each element of their cosmic design was essential, that harmony emerges when every part fulfills its purpose with excellence and grace. Allow the desert silence to accompany you in dreams. Chapter 17. Ancient Tools and Techniques. Journey with me now to the Desert of Mysteries, where archaeological discoveries reveal the ingenious tools and methods that built the pyramids. Let your breathing settle into a peaceful rhythm, as we explore the remarkable evidence of ancient craftsmanship preserved in stone and sand for over 4 millennia. The tools discovered at pyramid sites tell stories of human ingenuity. Copper chisels, their edges worn smooth by countless strikes against limestone. Wooden mallets with handles polished by generations of workers' hands. Stone hammers shaped to fit human grip perfectly. These simple implements, guided by skilled hands, carved monuments that still inspire wonder today. Feel the warm desert wind carrying echoes of ancient workshops. Copper saws, up to 9 feet long, cut through limestone using sand as an abrasive. The saw marks preserved in stone blocks reveal the steady rhythm of workers, back and forth, grain by grain, transforming raw rock into precisely shaped building stones. This patient process required months to cut a single massive block. Tube drills created the pyramid's most mysterious features. Hollow copper cylinders, rotated by teams of men using wooden cranks, bored perfect circular holes through granite harder than steel. The drill cores left behind show spiral grooves that indicate rotation speeds and cutting rates that challenge modern understanding. Some cores reveal drilling progress of 1 inch per hour through solid granite. Breathe deeply and imagine the coordination required. Wooden rockers allowed small teams to move blocks weighing several tons. Copper-shod levers provided mechanical advantage, multiplying human strength to lift stones that seem impossible to move. Ramps made from stone chips and gypsum mortar created pathways for sledges pulled by coordinated teams chanting work songs. Recent experiments have validated ancient techniques. Modern researchers using copper tools and ancient methods successfully cut and shaped limestone blocks, demonstrating that pyramid construction required not lost technology but extraordinary skill and patience. The ancient Egyptians achieved through human dedication what we accomplish with machines. The evidence of precision tools amazes archaeologists. Straight edges over 6 feet long, accurate to within fractions of an inch. Plumb bobs and levels that ensured perfect vertical and horizontal alignment. Measuring rods calibrated to the royal cubit. These instruments allowed workers to achieve accuracy that rivals modern construction standards. Feel yourself drifting into tranquil wonder as you contemplate the tool marks preserved in stone. Each chisel strike, each saw cut, each drill hole represents human effort applied with purpose and skill. The pyramid builders left their signatures in stone, anonymous craftsmen whose work speaks across millennia about dedication to excellence. Quarry sites reveal sophisticated extraction methods. Wooden wedges driven into natural cracks, then soaked with water until expansion split massive blocks from bedrock. Channels cut around stone blocks to free them from surrounding rock. Ramps and sledges that moved 15-ton blocks from quarry to pyramid site. These techniques required deep understanding of stone properties and mechanical principles. The finishing tools demonstrate artistic mastery, polishing stones that created mirror-smooth surfaces on granite, abrasive powders that brought limestone to jewel-like perfection, measuring devices that ensured joints between blocks were thinner than paper. The pyramid builders were not just engineers but artists creating beauty that would endure forever. Archaeological evidence shows tool evolution during pyramid construction. Early tools were simple and crude. Later implements show refinement and specialization. The Pyramid Age drove technological innovation, creating tools and techniques that influenced Egyptian craftsmanship for centuries. Each monument built upon lessons learned from previous projects. Let the profound legacy of these ancient craftsmen embrace you. They achieved the impossible using tools we might consider primitive. Their success came not from advanced technology but from human intelligence, patience, and the willingness to perfect their skills through generations of practice. The pyramids stand as monuments to human potential realized through dedication. The tools tell stories of individual workers. Copper chisels worn to specific shapes by particular hands. Wooden handles smoothed by years of use. Stone hammers shaped to fit individual grips. These personal touches connect us directly to the people who built the pyramids, transforming anonymous history into human experience. As you rest in contemplation of these timeless techniques, feel connected to the eternal human drive to create, to build, to leave something meaningful for future generations. The pyramid builders used simple tools guided by sophisticated knowledge, proving that the greatest achievements emerge from combining human skill with unwavering determination. Breathe slowly, and let it fade away. Chapter 18. The Void Discovery. Modern technology reveals secrets. Close your eyes and journey with me to ancient Egypt, where cutting-edge technology has unveiled one of archaeology's most stunning revelations. Let your breathing become slow and peaceful, as we explore the Great Pyramid's hidden chamber, a void untouched by human hands for over 4,000 years. In 2017, cosmic ray muography revealed what generations of explorers had dreamed of finding, a massive void within the Great Pyramid, stretching over 100 feet in length. This hidden chamber, larger than the Queen's Chamber, lies sealed above the Grand Gallery, its contents and purpose shrouded in timeless enigma. Feel the wonder of this discovery washing over you like warm desert wind. Scientists used muons, subatomic particles created when cosmic rays strike Earth's atmosphere, to peer through millions of tons of limestone. These ghostly particles, passing through stone like X-rays through flesh, revealed empty spaces that had remained secret since the pyramid's construction. The void's location suggests profound significance. Positioned directly above the Grand Gallery's soaring corridor, this chamber may represent the pyramid's most sacred space. Perhaps it contains the pharaoh's true burial chamber, or houses scrolls describing construction techniques, or holds astronomical instruments used by ancient priest-scientists. Breathe deeply and imagine this pristine chamber, untouched by grave robbers or archaeologists. Its air still carries the breath of the last ancient Egyptian to seal its entrance. Dust motes floating in darkness that has persisted for millennia, waiting patiently for the moment when human eyes would once again witness its secrets. The Discovery team used multiple detection methods to confirm the void's existence. Muon tomography from different angles, thermal imaging detecting temperature variations, and ground-penetrating radar mapping internal structures. Each technology independently verified the chamber's presence, eliminating any possibility of measurement error. Recent analysis suggests the void may not be a single chamber but a complex system of interconnected spaces. The muon data reveals density variations that could indicate internal walls, passages, or even staircases. This hidden architecture may represent the pyramid's most sophisticated engineering, concealed within its massive core. Feel yourself drifting into tranquil contemplation, as you consider the implications? This void has remained sealed since the pyramid's completion, its contents preserved in perfect condition. Whatever lies within represents a time capsule from humanity's greatest architectural achievement, waiting to share its knowledge with the modern world. The chamber's precise location above the Grand Gallery cannot be coincidental. Ancient architects placed it at the pyramid's structural heart, where it would be protected by maximum stone mass. This positioning suggests contents of extraordinary importance, treasures not of gold but of knowledge that the builders deemed worthy of ultimate protection. Advanced imaging continues to reveal new details. The void appears to have a corbelled ceiling similar to the Grand Gallery, indicating sophisticated construction techniques. Its floor level aligns with other internal chambers, suggesting it was integrated into the pyramid's original design rather than added as an afterthought. The discovery raises profound questions about pyramid exploration. How many other voids remain hidden within these monuments? What technologies will be needed to safely access these chambers? And what revelations await within spaces that have guarded their secrets for over 4 millennia? Let the profound mystery of this hidden chamber embrace you. The void represents everything we still don't know about the pyramids. It reminds us that these monuments continue to surprise and inspire, that ancient wisdom may still be waiting to be discovered, sealed in darkness until humanity develops the wisdom to receive it. The chamber's discovery demonstrates how modern science can unlock ancient secrets. Particle physics revealing archaeological treasures. Cosmic rays illuminating human achievement. The same universe that provided building materials for the pyramids now offers tools to explore their hidden depths. Egyptian authorities carefully guard access to this discovery, recognizing that premature exploration could damage irreplaceable artifacts. The void waits patiently, just as it has for thousands of years, until technology advances enough to explore it without disturbing its pristine contents. As you rest in contemplation of this timeless secret, feel connected to the eternal human drive to explore and discover. The void reminds us that the greatest treasures are often hidden, waiting for those patient enough to develop the tools and wisdom necessary to uncover them safely. Carry these ancient secrets gently in your heart. Chapter 19. Symbolism and Purpose, Tombs or More. In this moment, we travel to the golden sands of Giza, where the true purpose of the pyramids remains one of archaeology's greatest enigmas. Let your breathing settle into a gentle rhythm, as we explore whether these magnificent monuments served merely as tombs, or fulfilled far more profound functions in the ancient world. The traditional view sees pyramids as elaborate burial chambers, yet evidence suggests they were much more complex. No mummy has ever been found in the Great Pyramid, despite extensive exploration. The granite sarcophagus in the King's Chamber shows no signs of ever containing a body, leading researchers to question whether burial was the primary purpose. Feel the warm desert breeze carrying whispers of ancient wisdom. The pyramids may have functioned as resurrection machines, designed to transform the pharaoh's consciousness rather than simply house his remains. The precise astronomical alignments, acoustic properties, and mathematical relationships suggest these monuments were built to facilitate spiritual transformation. The pyramid texts describe the pharaoh's journey to become a star, joining the imperishable ones in the northern sky. This stellar destiny required not preservation of the physical body but elevation of consciousness to divine levels. The pyramid served as a launching pad for this cosmic voyage, its chambers designed to facilitate the soul's ascension. Breathe deeply and contemplate the pyramid's symbolic meaning. Its shape represents the primordial mound that emerged from the waters of creation. The apex pointing toward heaven symbolizes the connection between earth and sky. The 4 sides facing cardinal directions anchor the monument in cosmic order. Every element carries layers of spiritual significance. Recent research suggests the pyramids functioned as initiation centers, where pharaohs and high priests underwent transformative experiences. The King's Chamber's acoustic properties could induce altered states of consciousness. The narrow passages forced initiates to crawl in darkness before emerging into illuminated chambers. This journey from confinement to liberation mirrors the death and rebirth process. The pyramid's internal geometry reflects sacred mathematical principles. The golden ratio, pi, and other universal constants encoded in stone create harmonic resonances that affect human consciousness. These monuments may have been designed as 3-dimensional mandalas, architectural tools for achieving enlightenment through geometric meditation. Feel yourself drifting into peaceful contemplation as you consider the pyramid's role as a power plant. Some researchers propose that the monument's crystalline limestone and granite structure could generate electrical energy. The underground chambers filled with water, the metal-lined passages, and the pyramid's position on underground streams suggest it may have harnessed natural forces. The air shafts extending from internal chambers point to specific stars, creating celestial connections that transform the pyramid into a cosmic observatory. Ancient priest astronomers may have used these alignments to track stellar movements, predict eclipses, and maintain the calendar systems essential to Egyptian civilization. Archaeological evidence supports multiple functions. The pyramid complex included workshops, libraries, and schools where knowledge was preserved and transmitted. These monuments served as universities of ancient wisdom, where mathematics, astronomy, medicine, and spiritual practices were taught to successive generations of initiates. The pyramid's construction required unprecedented cooperation, uniting the entire kingdom in a shared purpose that transcended individual lifetimes. This collective effort may have been the true goal, creating social cohesion and national identity through participation in an immortal project. The pyramid building process itself transformed Egyptian civilization. Let the profound symbolism of these monuments embrace you. They represent humanity's eternal quest to understand our place in the cosmos, to bridge the gap between mortal existence and infinite possibility. The pyramids embody our deepest aspirations, crystallized in stone that will endure long after our current civilization has passed. The monuments continue to reveal new purposes, serving as repositories of ancient knowledge, markers of geological time, and inspiration for countless generations. They function as humanity's greatest textbooks, teaching lessons about mathematics, engineering, astronomy, and the power of human cooperation. Modern visitors report transformative experiences within the pyramid chambers, feelings of expanded consciousness, mystical visions, and profound peace. These effects suggest the monuments continue to fulfill their original purpose, facilitating spiritual experiences that connect human awareness to cosmic consciousness. As you rest in the shadow of these timeless monuments, feel their multiple purposes working within you. They serve as tombs for our limited thinking, resurrection machines for expanded awareness, and bridges connecting earthly existence to eternal truth. The pyramids remind us that the greatest achievements serve many purposes simultaneously. Rest now in this timeless wisdom. Chapter 20. The Eternal Mystery. What we still don't know. Imagine yourself standing before these ancient monuments, as the desert stars wheel overhead in patterns unchanged since the pyramids first rose from golden sand. Let your breathing become slow and peaceful, as we contemplate the profound questions that continue to surround these timeless structures, enigmas that may never be fully solved. After centuries of exploration, the pyramids guard their deepest secrets. We still don't know exactly how blocks weighing 15 tons were lifted hundreds of feet into the sky. The precision required to align these monuments with celestial bodies remains unexplained. The mathematical knowledge encoded in their dimensions suggests understanding that seems impossible for the supposed technology of the time. Feel the warm desert wind carrying whispers of unanswered questions. How did ancient architects achieve tolerances measured in millimeters across structures covering acres? Why do the pyramids contain chambers that appear to serve no burial function? What lies within the newly discovered voids that remain sealed after 4 millennia? The construction timeline itself defies explanation. Building the Great Pyramid in 20 years would require placing one massive stone block every 2 minutes during daylight hours. This pace seems impossible even with modern machinery, yet archaeological evidence confirms this extraordinary achievement. The logistics alone challenge our understanding of ancient capabilities. Breathe deeply and contemplate the knowledge that may be lost forever. The builders left no written records of their techniques. No blueprints survive, no instruction manuals explain their methods. This silence suggests either deliberate secrecy or knowledge systems so different from ours that we cannot recognize their traces. The pyramid's internal chambers continue to puzzle researchers. Why does the king's chamber contain a granite sarcophagus that shows no evidence of ever holding a mummy? What purpose did the mysterious shafts serve, extending from chambers toward specific stars? These features suggest functions beyond simple burial that we are only beginning to understand. Recent discoveries raise more questions than they answer. The hidden void detected by cosmic ray imaging remains inaccessible. Underground chambers mapped by ground-penetrating radar await exploration. Each new technology reveals additional complexities within these monuments, layers of sophistication that challenge conventional archaeological timelines. Feel yourself drifting into tranquil wonder as you consider the pyramid builders' true identity? Were they simply skilled craftsmen working with copper tools and human labor? Or did they possess knowledge systems that we have lost or not yet rediscovered? The precision of their work suggests capabilities that seem almost superhuman. The astronomical alignments present ongoing puzzles. The pyramids mirror Orion's belt as it appeared thousands of years before their supposed construction date. The air shafts point to stars that held significance in ancient Egyptian religion. These celestial connections imply knowledge of precession cycles and stellar movements that required centuries of careful observation. Archaeological evidence continues to surprise researchers. Tool marks on pyramid stones suggest cutting techniques that remain unexplained. The transportation of granite blocks from quarries 500 miles away required logistics that rival modern shipping. The coordination of thousands of workers across decades of construction implies organizational systems of remarkable sophistication. The pyramid's acoustic properties remain largely unexplored. The king's chamber's resonant frequencies, the Grand Gallery's acoustic amplification, and the mysterious sounds reported by visitors suggest these monuments were designed to interact with human consciousness in ways we don't fully understand. Sound may have played a crucial role in their original function. Let the profound enigma of these monuments embrace you. They remind us that human achievement often exceeds our ability to explain it. The pyramids stand as proof that our ancestors possessed capabilities that challenge our assumptions about technological progress. They achieved the impossible using methods that remain largely mysterious. The greatest puzzle may be the pyramids' enduring power to inspire. For over 4 millennia, these monuments have captured human imagination. Each generation discovers new meanings, new purposes, new reasons for wonder. This timeless appeal suggests the builders encoded something universal into stone, a message that transcends cultural boundaries. Modern technology continues to reveal new secrets while deepening existing enigmas. Every answer leads to more questions. Every discovery unveils additional complexity. The pyramids seem designed to remain perpetually mysterious, offering just enough revelation to maintain our fascination while keeping their deepest truths hidden. As you rest in the contemplation of these eternal puzzles, feel connected to the ongoing human quest for understanding. The pyramids teach us that some questions are more valuable than answers, that mystery itself can be a source of inspiration and growth. They remind us that the greatest achievements often lie beyond the boundaries of current knowledge. Let the pyramid mysteries settle over you. Closing asterisk. And so our journey through the mysteries of the Egyptian pyramids draws to a peaceful close. Let your breathing become even slower and deeper, as we reflect on the 20 wonders we have explored together, each one a doorway into the profound wisdom of ancient Egypt. We began at the Great Pyramid of Giza, that eternal wonder rising from golden sand, its massive stones fitted with precision that defies explanation. We walked in the shadow of the Sphinx, that timeless guardian whose weathered face has gazed toward the sunrise for millennia, keeping secrets that span the ages. Feel yourself sinking deeper into tranquility, as you remember Khufu's chamber, where granite walls resonate with frequencies that touch the soul. We discovered the remarkable alignment with Orion's belt, those celestial patterns mirrored in stone, connecting Earth to the infinite cosmos above. We pondered the engineering marvels that built these monuments, the ingenious methods that lifted millions of tons of stone toward the heavens. We explored the workers' village, where ordinary people achieved extraordinary things through dedication and shared purpose, their lives devoted to creating something eternal. Breathe slowly and deeply, as you recall the step pyramid of Djoser, humanity's first reach toward the sky in stone, and Imhotep's revolutionary vision that transformed funeral customs forever. We marveled at the mathematical precision encoded in these monuments, pi and the golden ratio crystallized in limestone and granite. We ventured into the Red Pyramid, that first perfect achievement in smooth-sided construction, and contemplated the Bent Pyramid, where ancient architects learned that adaptation and flexibility can create unexpected beauty. These monuments teach us that mastery emerges through patience and willingness to learn from challenges. Let your muscles relax completely, as you remember the internal ramps and lifting systems, those ingenious solutions hidden within the pyramids themselves. We explored underground passages, secret chambers carved from living rock, and the sophisticated complex of temples and causeways that transformed the desert into sacred landscape. We listened to the acoustic mysteries of the king's chamber, where sound becomes a bridge between consciousness and stone. We visited the Pyramid of Menkora, smallest of the three yet no less magnificent, proving that greatness is measured not by size but by excellence in every detail. Feel yourself drifting deeper, as you recall the ancient tools and techniques, copper chisels and wooden mallets guided by extraordinary skill. We witnessed modern technology revealing new secrets, hidden voids that have waited 4 millennia to share their treasures with the world. We contemplated the true purpose of these monuments, tombs or transformation chambers, burial places or resurrection machines. Their multiple functions remind us that the greatest achievements serve many purposes simultaneously, bridging the gap between mortal existence and eternal truth. And finally, we embraced the eternal mystery, all that we still don't know about these incredible structures. The questions that remain unanswered are perhaps more valuable than any solution, for they keep alive our sense of wonder and our connection to the infinite possibilities of human achievement. Let the profound peace of the desert settle over you now. The pyramids stand as humanity's greatest testament to what becomes possible when we dream beyond current limitations, when we dedicate ourselves to purposes larger than individual existence, when we build not just for ourselves but for eternity. These ancient monuments whisper across the millennia, telling us that every human being carries the potential for greatness, that ordinary people working together can achieve the impossible, that dedication and vision can create beauty that endures long after our individual lives have passed. Feel the warm Egyptian sand beneath you, the star-filled desert sky above. You are connected now to the eternal rhythms that guided pyramid builders, the same cosmic patterns that govern the movement of planets and the beating of your heart. You are part of something timeless and infinite. The pyramids teach us that true immortality comes not from preserving the body but from creating something meaningful, something that serves future generations, something that connects earth to heaven and Indiva. Dual souls to universal truth. This is the greatest mystery of all, that human consciousness can reach toward the eternal and touch it. Let yourself sink into the deepest relaxation, knowing that the wisdom of ancient Egypt flows through you now. The same creative force that inspired pyramid builders continues to work within you, waiting for moments of quiet receptivity like this to plant seeds of insight and wonder. The desert silence embraces you completely. In this profound peace, you understand that the pyramids were built not just of stone but of human aspiration, not just with tools but with faith, not just for pharaohs but for all humanity. They stand as eternal reminders of what becomes possible when we align our efforts with cosmic purpose. Rest now in this timeless wisdom, knowing that the mysteries of Egypt will continue to unfold, that each pyramid holds secrets yet to be discovered, that the ancient builders encoded messages that will speak to human hearts for generations yet to come. If this journey through pyramid mysteries brought you peace, consider subscribing to our channel and sharing these ancient wonders with others who love Egypt's secrets. More mysteries of the pyramids await you here when you return. Let the eternal silence of the pyramids carry you into the most peaceful sleep, where dreams merge with ancient wisdom, where your consciousness joins the timeless dance of stars and stone, where the mysteries of Egypt become part of your own eternal story. The pyramids watch over you now, as they have watched over the desert for over 4,000 years. Their presence a reminder that some achievements transcend time, that human dedication can create beauty that lasts forever, that we are all connected to something magnificent and eternal. Good night.